Isn't it wild to think that in an age of advanced technology and scientific breakthroughs, there are still places that completely defy explanation? Some of these locations are beautiful, others are eerie, but all of them are shrouded in mystery. Why do they exist the way they do?
You know, I've traveled around the world to see some of the most amazing geology, but this place just tops it all.
These questions and more surround 20 of the most mysterious places that have left scientists and the rest of us scratching our heads. Let's get started. The Bermuda Triangle. Let's talk about a place that's fascinated and baffled people for decades, the Bermuda Triangle. Even if you've heard about it before, it's worth revisiting the strange and unsolved mysteries tied to this infamous stretch of ocean. Located in the North Atlantic, the triangle connects 3 points: Florida, Bermuda, and the Greater Antilles. Sounds pretty ordinary, right? But what happens here is anything but normal. Over the years, ships and planes have vanished without a trace while crossing this region. Even rescue missions sent to find the missing vessels have mysteriously disappeared. The question remains, where did they go? That's the riddle that has everyone, from conspiracy theorists to scientists, completely stumped. Some people believe the Bermuda Triangle is steeped in supernatural forces, perhaps a portal to another dimension or the work of extraterrestrial beings. Others lean towards scientific explanations like rogue waves, magnetic anomalies, or powerful underwater currents. Whatever the cause, no single theory has been able to explain all the strange phenomena. What keeps this mystery alive is the sheer unpredictability of it all. You might pass through it without a single hiccup, or you could become the next unsolved case. So if you ever find yourself navigating these waters, stay alert. You might just uncover a clue to one of the greatest mysteries on Earth. Or maybe you'll just add to the legend. The Al Nazla Rock Formation. How do you explain a giant sandstone rock that's been sliced so perfectly it looks like it was cut by a laser? That's the Al Nazla Rock Formation in Saudi Arabia, and it's been leaving scientists and visitors completely puzzled. Sitting in the heart of the Taima Oasis, this massive rock is split neatly in two, with each half delicately balanced on small pedestals, almost as if it's defying gravity itself. But the intrigue doesn't stop there. The rock is adorned with ancient petroglyphs showing animals, humans, and symbols. Who carved these, and what do they mean? Nobody knows for sure, and the more you think about it, the stranger it all seems. As for the split, experts debate the cause. Could it be natural? Perhaps erosion, tectonic shifts, or fault lines created this perfect divide? Or is there something more mysterious at play? Some people even toss around theories of ancient tools, advanced technology, or, believe it or not, extraterrestrial involvement. Cano Cristales. If rivers could wear colors, Cano Cristales would be dressed in a stunning rainbow. Known as the Liquid Rainbow, or River of Five Colors, this breathtaking river in Colombia is famous for its vibrant palette of yellow, green, blue, black, and dazzling red hues. So, what's behind this natural masterpiece? It all comes down to a special plant called Macarenia clavigera. These plants grow on the riverbed and shift their colors based on sunlight and water levels, creating a magical, ever-changing display. But here's the kicker. This phenomenon happens only here, nowhere else on Earth. Why so unique? Cano Cristales is located where the Andes Mountains meet the Amazon and Orinoco basins, a rare blend of ecosystems that fosters this natural wonder. Next time you think of rivers, remember this one. It's not just water flowing, it's a masterpiece painted by nature itself. Eternal Flame Fall. In the world, there's a place where fire and water meet most unexpectedly, creating a natural show that feels almost too magical to be real. Sounds wild, right? Well, that's exactly what you'll find at Eternal Flame Falls in New York. It's not just another pretty spot to hike, it's a head-turning, jaw-dropping, wait, how this is even possible kind of place. Here's the deal. There's a flame flickering right behind the waterfall. Yep, a real flame. But look closer, and you'll notice something strange. There's no wood, no matches, nothing obvious keeping it alive. So what's the big secret? How does this flame keep burning? This is where things get seriously cool and a little puzzling. Scientists have scratched their heads over this one for a while, and here's what they've discovered. The flame is fueled by gases like methane, with a dash of ethane, propane, and butane thrown in. But here's the twist. It's not coming from your typical sources. This gas is thought to come from ancient organic matter buried deep beneath the earth for millions of years. Pretty wild, huh? And the mystery doesn't stop there. Beyond the science, this spot is wrapped in legends and whispers of the supernatural. Some visitors swear the flame has an almost spiritual vibe. There are stories about ghostly sightings, time-warping tricks, and other eerie happenings near the falls. Whether you believe in the mystical or not, it adds a layer of intrigue you can't help but wonder about. The Pyramid of Cuicuilco. Right in the middle of bustling Mexico City lies an ancient gem that many people overlook, the Pyramid of Cuicuilco. Unlike the sharp, towering pyramids we're used to seeing, this one stands out for its unique circular shape. Built by an unknown civilization that thrived around 1200 BC, this pyramid holds the secrets of what might be the oldest city in the Valley of Mexico. Excavations suggest that the people of Cuicuilco were farmers and deeply spiritual, worshipping a deity known as the Old God of Fire. Ironically, it's fire that may have brought their downfall. Lava and ash from a volcanic eruption buried much of the area, snuffing out their civilization and leaving behind the ruins we see today. Now, this ancient site is protected as both an archaeological treasure and a nature reserve. Nestled among modern neighborhoods, it's a strange blend of old and new. But adventure seekers, beware. Wild snakes and other dangers lurk in the surrounding area. Visiting Cuicuilco is like stepping back in time, but don't forget to tread carefully. Who knows what other mysteries this ancient ruin might still be hiding? The Barabar Caves in India. Think of a place so ancient, it feels like time itself started there. The Barabar Caves in India are over 2,000 years old. So old they predate castles, kings, and even some of the oldest stories we know. But these caves aren't just simple holes in the ground. They're like perfectly carved chambers hidden in solid rock. How did people back then create such smooth walls and precise designs without the tools we have today? It's a mystery that baffles experts to this day. Step inside and you'll find symbols and markings etched onto the stone, like a secret code left behind. These caves were once home to the Ajivikas, a group of monks who followed incredibly tough practices, like wandering without clothes and fasting for long periods. They vanished long ago, leaving behind no written records, just their mysterious caves. The Barabar Caves are more than just historical landmarks. They're windows into a world we'll never fully understand. Each question they raise feels like a chapter in a story waiting to be unraveled, and that's what makes them so captivating. Skellig Michael. Rising sharply from the Atlantic Ocean, Skellig Michael is a place that seems pulled straight from the pages of mythology. This rugged island, named after the Archangel Michael, has a history that speaks of resilience, faith, and human ingenuity. Back in the 6th century, Christian monks carved out a life on this remote rock, building a Gaelic monastery and living in simple stone beehive huts. For centuries, it was their sanctuary, until the 13th century when they left, turning Skellig Michael into a sacred pilgrimage site for those seeking solitude and spiritual connection. Getting to Skellig Michael isn't easy, and climbing its 618 steep, weather-worn steps is a real test of endurance. But the reward, a view that feels like it belongs to another world, and a chance to stand where ancient monks once meditated in silence, far from civilization. The island is also a wildlife sanctuary. It's home to one of the world's largest colonies of gannets and puffins. These birds transform the craggy cliffs into a vibrant, noisy haven during breeding season, making Skellig Michael a must-visit for birdwatchers and nature enthusiasts alike. Beyond the birds and breathtaking views, the real intrigue lies in the mysteries of its construction. How did monks in the 6th century manage to build a monastery on such an isolated and unforgiving rock? With no modern tools or resources, they carved steps, built shelters, and survived harsh conditions. Was it sheer determination, divine inspiration, or something else entirely? Adding to its mystique is the island's connection to Celtic mythology. Some legends suggest it was a site of ancient rituals long before the monks arrived. hinting at an even older, hidden history waiting to be uncovered. Skellig Michael isn't just a journey into the past, it's a place that continues to challenge and inspire those who visit. Kawah Ijen. Deep in Indonesia, there's a lake that looks like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie. Kawah Ijen is nestled inside a volcano, holding the world's largest acidic lake, with a pH so low it could rival car battery acid. But its eerie turquoise glow isn't the only thing that makes it fascinating. By night, the real magic begins. Blue fire dances around the lake. This isn't ordinary fire, it's created when sulfuric gases from the volcano ignite, turning into liquid sulfur that flows like glowing blue lava. It's both mesmerizing and incredibly rare. Hot enough to melt metal, this fiery spectacle is one of the most unique sights on Earth. Kawah Ijen isn't just a volcano, it's a natural wonder that combines danger, mystery, and beauty like no other. The lost city of the Kalahari, nestled under the endless sands of the Kalahari Desert, spanning Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa, is a mystery that has baffled explorers for over a century. Back in the late 1800s, a Canadian adventurer, Guillermo Antonio Farini, claimed to have stumbled upon an ancient city in the middle of this dry wilderness. He described piles of stones, intricately carved blocks, and even structures resembling temples or tombs. Here's where it gets juicy. Nobody else has ever found it. Some say Farini exaggerated or was just plain wrong. Over the years, countless search parties set out, finding strange clues like old boat shapes or odd rock formations, but no definitive city. Many scientists now believe the city was just natural rock formations. But what if it wasn't? Could a forgotten civilization still be buried beneath the shifting sands, waiting to be discovered? The mystery of the Kalahari Desert remains one of Africa's greatest unanswered questions. Hessdalen Lights, Norway. Way up in a quiet corner of Norway, something out of this world is happening. In the little town of Hessdalen, the night sky isn't just about stars. There's a celestial light show that's left people scratching their heads for decades. Bright, mysterious lights, some as big as cars, appear out of nowhere, dancing across the sky. Sometimes they hang around for hours, putting on a show that feels straight out of a sci-fi movie. They've become less common over the years, but every now and then, these strange lights still make an appearance. So what's causing this bizarre phenomenon? Well, that's the big question. Scientists have thrown out all kinds of ideas. Maybe it's cosmic rays, piezoelectricity from the area's unique rocks, ball lightning, or ionized gases. The problem? None of these theories quite add up. For now, the Hessdalen Lights remain one of nature's most fascinating mysteries. The Hill of Crosses. There's a place in North